Jet fighters. The Myanmar Air Force possesses a significant number of aircraft compared to neighboring Southeast Asian countries. These aircraft primarily serve in the Myanmar Civil War to establish air superiority for the Myanmar Military Council. However, the actual situation differs from this intended use. Before delving into the specifics of the Myanmar Air Force's capabilities, it's important to note that the information presented here is sourced from various outlets, including the Ministry of Information in Myanmar and various news reports. Actual figures may vary. Jet fighters. The Myanmar Air Force operates the Mikoyan MiG-29, a twin-engine fighter aircraft originally designed in the Soviet Union. The MiG-29 SMT variant, an enhanced version of the popular MiG-29, is favored by the Myanmar Air Force with a fleet of 30 aircraft. However, on February 29, 2024, one MiG-29 SMT fighter crashed in the southwest of Salin District, Magway region, while en route to a combat mission. Myanmar military authorities attributed the crash to a technical failure. The pilot ejected successfully and survived the crash. The Sukhoi Su-30 is a twin-engine, two-seat supermaneuverable fighter aircraft developed by Russia's Sukhoi Aviation Corporation, originating from the Soviet Union. Designed as a multi-role fighter, it is capable of handling all weather conditions and missions, including air-to-air combat and air interdiction. In 2021, Senior General Min Aung Hlaing of Myanmar visited Russia and was conferred an honorary doctorate. Subsequently, in September 2022, a contract for 6 Su-30 SME fighter jets was signed. Russia delivered 2 of these jets in September 2023 and another 2 in December. The Nanchang Q-5, also known as the A-5 in its export versions, is a Chinese-built ground attack aircraft from the 1960s, featuring a single-seat, twin-jet engine design based on the Shenyang J-6. Primarily utilized for close air support, it serves as the Chinese counterpart to the MiG-19. Myanmar currently possesses 20 of these aircraft, a reduction from the 36 imported between 1994 and 2001. On February 16, 2022, an A-5 fighter jet crashed near On Ta village in the Sagaing region. The Chengdu J-7 is a fighter aircraft produced by the People's Republic of China. It is a licensed version of the Soviet Mikoyan Goryevich MiG-21 and therefore shares many similarities with it. Armed with short-range, infrared homing air-to-air missiles, the J-7 is primarily designed for short-range air-to-air combat, but is also utilized for close air support. Myanmar possesses 21 of these Chinese-produced MiG-21s, a decrease from the approximately 60 acquired between 1990 and 1999. The Shenyang J-6 is the Chinese-built variant of the Soviet MiG-19 fighter aircraft, renowned as the world's first mass-produced supersonic aircraft. Myanmar possesses one of these aircraft. The JF-17 Thunder is a lightweight single-engine multi-role combat aircraft, developed jointly by the Pakistan Aeronautical Complex and Chengdu Aircraft Corporation of China. This aircraft is versatile, capable of fulfilling various roles such as interception, ground attack, anti-ship operations, and aerial reconnaissance. However, the JF-17 Thunder supplied to Myanmar by Pakistan has been deemed unfit, prompting the military junta to issue a strong rebuke to Islamabad regarding the situation. Between 2019 and 2021, Pakistan supplied numerous JF-17 Thunder combat aircraft to Myanmar, with reports suggesting that Myanmar currently possesses 7 of these aircraft. Myanmar possesses nearly 90 jet fighters in total. However, the current airworthiness of these aircraft is uncertain due to challenges in importing parts exacerbated by increased sanctions from Western countries. Trainer aircraft. Trainer aircraft are typically light aircraft designed for pilot training purposes. However, in Myanmar, they are extensively utilized for ground support in warfare. The Yakovlev Yak-130 is a subsonic two-seat advanced jet trainer and light combat aircraft, initially developed by Yakovlev and Armaki as the Yak AEM-130. It has also been promoted as a potential light attack aircraft and can perform additional roles such as light attack and reconnaissance duties with a combat load capacity of up to 3,000 kg. Myanmar currently possesses 18 of these aircraft. The Guizhou JL-9, also known as the FTC-2000 Mountain Eagle, is a family of two-seat transonic advanced jet trainers and light combat aircraft developed by the Guizhou Aviation Industry Company. Despite being used by the military, they have a mixed performance and safety record. Myanmar currently possesses 6 of these aircraft. On January 16, 2024, the Kachin Independence Army successfully shot down an FTC-2000G belonging to the Myanmar Air Force in the Nampot area of northern Shan State. The Hongdu JL-8, commonly referred to as K-8, is a two-seat intermediate jet trainer and light attack aircraft designed in the People's Republic of China by China Nanchang Aircraft Manufacturing Corporation. Myanmar currently possesses 18 of these aircraft. On November 11, 2023, a K-8W trainer aircraft belonging to the Myanmar Air Force crashed in Pruso Township, Karenni State. Local rebels asserted responsibility for shooting it down, whereas the Myanmar Air Force attributed the crash to mechanical failure. Subsequently, the pilot was captured. The Grobe G120TP is a two-seat turboprop training and aerobatic low-wing aircraft, featuring a composite airframe manufactured by Grob Aircraft. Myanmar's inventory includes 20 of these aircraft. The Soko G4 Super Galeb, also known as the N-62, is a Yugoslav single-engine, advanced jet trainer and light ground attack aircraft developed by the Aeronautical Technical Institute at Zarkovo and produced by the Soko Aircraft Factory in Mostar. Myanmar's inventory includes 22 of these aircraft. The Pilatus PC-7 turbo trainer is a tandem seat training aircraft with a low-wing configuration designed and produced in Switzerland by Pilatus Aircraft. This aircraft is equipped to perform all basic training functions, encompassing aerobatics, instrument, tactical, and night flying. Myanmar's inventory comprises 17 of these aircraft. The Pilatus PC-9 is a tandem-seat turboprop training aircraft with a single engine and low-wing configuration manufactured by Pilatus Aircraft of Switzerland. It serves as a more potent iteration of the Pilatus PC-7. Myanmar's fleet includes 18 of these aircraft. Interestingly, the Myanmar Air Force has ventured into aircraft production with their own creation called the MTX-1A. Although self-produced, it closely resembles the Chinese-made PT-6A in both aircraft and fuselage design. The proportions are nearly identical, and while the origin of the engine and signal systems remains unknown, it is evident that the radar is included. However, current models of the MTX-1A do not feature machine guns or hardpoints for launching bombs and missiles. Given its similarity to the PT-6A, it is presumed to perform comparably. The PT-6A aircraft typically reaches speeds of around 300 km per hour and altitudes of approximately 6,000 meters. As a prototype, it's believed that the Myanmar Air Force only has a few MTX-1A aircraft in operation. In total, Myanmar possesses over 100 trainer aircraft. However, due to challenges importing parts for maintenance, the Myanmar Air Force heavily relies on aircraft manufactured by China and Russia. Helicopters. The Mi-17, a Russian military helicopter family originating from Soviet design introduced in 1975, serves primarily as a medium twin-turbine transport helicopter, with armed gunship versions also in use. Myanmar's fleet consists of 12 of these helicopters. On March 29, 2022, Mi-17 helicopter crashed near Hakka, Chin State, injuring 5 occupants. Additionally, on January 3, 2024, Mi-17 was reportedly shot down by the Kachin Independence Army, as claimed by them using an FN-6 manpad in Waima Township, Kachin State, resulting in the loss of all 7 individuals on board. The Mi-24 is a large helicopter known for its roles as a gunship helicopter and low-capacity troop transport, accommodating up to 8 passengers. Produced by the Moscow helicopter plant, it was introduced by the Soviet Air Force in 1972. The Mi-24 has 2 export versions, the Mi-25 and the Mi-35. Myanmar's inventory includes 12 of these helicopters. On May 3, 2021, one Mi-35 helicopter was shot down near the town of Mongmit in Kachin State by the Kachin Independence Army, in response to the Myanmar Air Force's air raid. Another Mi-35 attack helicopter was also lost in 2023. The Mi-2 is a small 3-bladed rotor Soviet-designed multi-purpose helicopter developed by the Moscow helicopter plant in the early 1960s. It is produced exclusively by WSK PZL Swidnik in Poland. Myanmar possesses 21 of these helicopters. The Bell UH-1 Iroquois is a utility military helicopter designed and manufactured by the American aerospace company Bell Helicopter. Myanmar's fleet consists of 3 of these helicopters. The Bell 206 helicopter family, produced by Bell Helicopter, comprises both single and twin-engined variants with 2 blades. According to reports, Myanmar possesses 3 of these helicopters. The Kamov Ka-27 is a military helicopter originally developed for the Soviet Navy. Myanmar possesses 2 of these helicopters, which are jointly utilized with the Myanmar Navy. The Aerospatiale Alouette 3 is a single-engine light utility helicopter developed by the French aircraft company Sud Aviation. Myanmar's inventory includes 13 of these helicopters. The PZLW-3 Sokol is a medium-sized, twin-engine multi-purpose helicopter developed and manufactured by the Polish helicopter company PZL Swidnik. Myanmar's fleet includes 19 of these helicopters. The Eurocopter AS-365 Delphin is a medium-weight twin-engine helicopter manufactured by Airbus Helicopters. It is used for utility, troop transport, and maritime operations. Myanmar possesses 5 of these helicopters. On January 29, 2024, the Karen National Liberation Army shot down a military helicopter near the Thai border in Mayawati Township. According to military sources, the incident resulted in the deaths of 5 military officers. The Eurocopter EC-120 Colibri is a 5-seat single-engine light utility helicopter. Myanmar's inventory includes 4 of these training helicopters. On June 15, 2023, an EC-120B helicopter was destroyed in a crash during a training flight in Lay Wei Township, Nay Pyi Taw, under unknown circumstances. Both the instructor and student pilot lost their lives in the accident. Myanmar's helicopter fleet comprises almost 80 aircraft in total. Concerning helicopters, funds from the National Disaster Management Budget were utilized to procure the AW-139 helicopter in 2020, bearing the registration XYAFT. This acquisition aimed to bolster disaster management efforts, encompassing rescue missions and emergency responses across the nation and within state affairs. Former State Councilor Aung San Suu Kyi faces 5 charges, notably revolving around the procurement, purchase, and maintenance of a helicopter by the military council subsequent to the coup, as stated by a legal authority. Transport aircraft. Myanmar's transport aircraft fleet encompasses various models. 6 French made a TR-42 and a TR-72. Six Chinese made Shaanxi Y-8. Seven Chinese made Harbin Y-12. 2 Netherlands made Fokker 70. One Netherlands made Fokker F-27. Five UK made Britain Norman BN2. 7 US made Beechcraft 1900. 5 Switzerland made Pilatus PC-6. It is reported that 2 Fokker 70s were procured in 2017 for the personal VIP transport of Senior General Min Aung Hlaing only. The rest of the top military generals are only allowed to use ATR aircraft. These 2 Fokker 70s are kept at the Myanmar Air Force headquarters in Naypyidaw. Originally, former Senior General Dan Shui contracted to buy an Antonov AN-148-100 from Russia for the newly appointed President Thein Sein in 2011. It was an apparent imitation of the United States' use of Air Force One for the president's official travels. However, it crashed during a demonstration flight in the village of Gorbuzovo Alexievskogo on March 5, 2011. All 6 occupants perished in the crash, including 2 believed to be Myanmar Air Force pilots. After Min Aung Hlaing became the senior general, the head of the Myanmar military, he bought 2 used Dutch-made Fokker 70s through Italy and Singapore for himself. It is reported that the 2 Fokker 70s were named Air Force 002 and Air Force 003. There was no designated Air Force One. In the United States, Air Force 2 is reserved for the Vice President. It appears that Min Aung Hlaing believed that his position as the senior general was equivalent to that of the Vice President. Overall, the Myanmar Air Force operates around 40 transport aircraft. However, some incidents have occurred involving these aircraft. In 2017, a Chinese-made Y-8-200 tactical military transport aircraft crashed in the Andaman Sea, killing all 122 people on board. This incident garnered sympathy even from NLD supporters at that time on social media. On June 11, 2021, a Beechcraft 1900 crashed during its landing approach to Pine U Luan's airport, resulting in the deaths of 12 people, including a senior Buddhist monk from Zay Kon Monastery in Payan Mana. In January 2024, a Myanmar Air Force Y-8 overshot its landing during a mission to evacuate troops from Mizoram, India. There were no fatalities, but the aircraft sustained significant damage. The operational transport aircraft of the Myanmar Air Force has considerably shrunk over the past few years. It is believed that due to economic sanctions following the military coup, the Myanmar Military Council has encountered difficulties in purchasing spare parts for the maintenance of the aircraft. UAVs and drones. Myanmar Air Force operates a variety of UAVs and drones. "11 Chinese-made Sky-02 UAVs. 12 Chinese-made CASC Rainbow, CH-3A. 22 domestically built Yellow Cat A2, which are replicas of the Chinese-made CH-2. Initially, NUG, the National Unity Government's claim of forming an air force in September 2021, was met with skepticism. However, PDF troops have since proven capable of using drones to attack its enemies, albeit not as effectively as traditional military aircraft. In response, the military council regime has begun installing signal jammers and anti-drone weapons at its bases. In Operation 1027, the Brotherhood Alliance used hundreds of drones to bomb military junta bases in northern Shan state. It is reported that Chinese drones operate on frequencies different from those of international drones, making them challenging to intercept with signal jammers used by the military junta troops. Commercial and agricultural drones have been repurposed for reconnaissance and bombing runs. Learning from the tactics of the resistance forces, the military council has also deployed drones for reconnaissance and bombing missions in various regions. Reports indicate that military council troops have initiated the use of kamikaze FPV drones in Xiseng against the PNLA in southern Shan state. Anti-aircraft weapons. Myanmar's military junta has escalated its airstrikes, causing harm to civilians during its military operations against a coalition of opposition and ethnic armed groups. Despite the limited availability of anti-aircraft weapons, each resistance group has acquired knowledge on how to mitigate the impact of the junta's airstrikes. Consequently, the frequency of military aircraft crashes has risen in both 2023 and 2024. Apart from the military council regime, the only ethnic armed group known to possess shoulder-launched surface-to-air missiles manpads is the United Wa State Army (UWSA). It is reported that the UWSA has acquired 5 Mi-17 helicopters from China, but the UWSA have denied it. Until recently, the UWSA remained neutral in the conflict, neither supporting the junta nor aligning with the NUG. It recently declared neutrality in the Three Brotherhood Alliance's Operation 1027, although it did receive 2 townships from them. While the UWSA has quietly sold weapons to other ethnic armies and the NUG, it has refrained from selling manpads to date. However, reports suggest an increase in the acquisition of manpads by resistance forces, as seen in photos circulating on social media. In conclusion, it is evident that while Myanmar's military increasingly relies on airstrikes, it faces challenges due to international sanctions and financial constraints, hindering the maintenance of its aircraft. Additionally, opposition forces are beginning to deploy a limited number of surface-to-air missiles, further diminishing the junta's air superiority. As the situation unfolds, just like in a Myanmar junta propaganda movie, it is apparent that the junta's dominance in the air is gradually slipping away, reflecting the broader shifts and challenges experienced in the aftermath of the coup over the past 3 years.